The 2024 riots in Bangladesh have once again spotlighted the precarious situation of the Hindu minority in the country. As communal violence swept through several districts, Hindus found themselves disproportionately targeted, resulting in significant loss of life, destruction of property, and widespread displacement. Namaskar and welcome. I am TANIYA GUSAIN and you are watching our Monday special program on IIMT News. Bangladesh is home to a diverse population, with Muslims constituting about 90% of the population and Hindus, the largest religious minority, making up around 8 to 10%. Despite the secular principles enshrined in the country's constitution, the Hindu community has often faced discrimination, social exclusion, and periodic outbreaks of violence. The 2024 riots, while not unparalleled, were particularly severe in their impact on Hindus, exacerbating long-standing fears of marginalization and persecution. The riots in Bangladesh in 2024 stem from deep-seated political and social tensions, primarily ignited by widespread protests against the government's controversial quota system for government jobs. The system, which was perceived as discriminatory, sparked significant unrest among students and job seekers, leading to massive demonstrations across the country. The situation worsened further when the government responded with severe crackdowns, including the use of excessive force by security forces. This resulted in hundreds of deaths and widespread violence, particularly in July and early August 2024. Let's talk about the impact on the Hindu community. Hindu neighborhoods and villages were among the hardest hit during the riots. In districts like Brahmanbaria, Noakhali, and Chittagong, Hindu homes and businesses were attacked, temples were desecrated, and many of people were killed. Eyewitnesses reported that the attackers, often armed with machetes and other weapons, targeted Hindu families, forcing many to flee their homes in search of safety. The destruction of property during the riots was extensive. Hindu-owned shops, homes, and places of worship were looted and burned to the ground. The economic impact on the community was devastating, as many lost their livelihoods overnight. The loss of property was not just a financial blow, but also a psychological one, reinforcing a sense of vulnerability and insecurity. The riots triggered a humanitarian crisis as thousands of Hindus were displaced from their homes. Many sought refuge in makeshift camps or with relatives in other parts of the country, while others attempted to cross the border into India. The displaced faced dire conditions with limited access to food, clean water, and medical care. The situation was further compounded by the slow response of the government and aid agencies, which struggled to provide adequate assistance. Also, the psychological impact on the riots on the Hindu community cannot be overstated. Many survivors reported feeling of fear, trauma, and a deep sense of betrayal by their neighbors and the state. The violence has left lasting scars, with many Hindus questioning their future in Bangladesh. The sense of insecurity has been further heightened by the lack of accountability for the violence, with few culprits being brought to justice. The 2024 riots have highlighted the urgent need for the Bangladesh to address the vulnerabilities of its Hindu minority. There is a need for stronger legal protections for religious minorities in Bangladesh. This includes ensuring that laws are effectively enforced and that those responsible for communal violence are held accountable. The 2024 riots in Bangladesh have once again exposed the deep-seated challenges faced by the Hindu community in the country. While the immediate violence may have subsided, the underlying issue of discrimination, social exclusion, and political exploitation remain unresolved. Addressing these challenges will require a concerted effort from the Bangladeshi government, civil society, and the international community. Only through sustained and meaningful action can Bangladesh hope to build a future where all its citizens, regardless of their religious identity, can live in peace and security. That's all for today. For more updates on matters of national and international importance, stay connected with us at IIMT News.